striking it rich! Desdemona. And for all we know...
And the dearest Desdemona, I see your eyes before me still. Were these walls my home, my... What's this? Living eyes that can see the shape of death? Avert your gaze, wanderer, for you are looking upon the phantom of a murderer. Samson was my name, a long time ago. I know not why upon my death I became a ghost, doomed to haunt this tower. Perhaps the gods heard of... If so, their punishment was just. Each night I wake the flame in the lighthouse. That indeed is the tainted title I must bear, and deservedly so. For 15 years ago to the day, it was that I sat atop my lighthouse, the flame deliberately had I foregone to do my duty. Willfully did I condemn. Why did I commit this act of blackest horror? Jealousy, anger, the bitter anguish of a broken heart. Those are the ancient ills that drove me to madness. Desdemona was on board, possessed as I was by the demons of envy, ire, and torment. I decided that if I had her love no longer, yet no sooner had the water closed its spuming jaws around the perishing vessel below, that the extent of my offense dawned on my beleaguered mind. Overcome with guilt, I sought escape through the hangman's noose. Skeletons roamed the lands, restless as my troubled soul, but shall not find their lair here. Some scuttle by now and again, but most of the time
Another betrayed soul. It is weakness that he weeps for her. Her death was deserved.
Wargraf stares at Jehan with unmitigated disgust. Such dour cynicism cuts through his jolly spirit like a razor.
Quite a story that ghost had to tell. Not every day one hears about a lighthouse keeper sinking ships just because his wife proved to be unfaithful.
Yes, Azure,
Aye, a pitiful creature. Torn up so badly by the loss of love that it led him to commit murder.
Yes, I understand.
I see your eyes before me still. Were that I could drown in their endless azure and end this torment. The ship, the waves, the cold, wild sea. And I, the maniac in the darkened lighthouse. Oh, folly. Oh, grievous sin.
I've spotted something interesting.
These walls, my home, my hell. I may have died, but my guilt lives on and on. These walls, my home, my hell. I may have died, but my guilt lives on and on. I may have died, but my guilt lives on and on.
How did it go? Don't spare any details. We need to make a full report to the lieutenant.
Now that's an interesting story. Clean the grip from your ears, and I'll tell you all.
Indeed. Now that.
So, let me get this straight. There's a ghost inside operating the lighthouse, and you managed to do away with the bad beasties at the...
And I'm sure Selenia will be thrilled to hear we did it. Another triumph for Legion Daring Do. And if this doesn't buy us a ticket home...
I need a moment to reflect. What sort of source hunter is as soft-hearted as I've become? It's absurd!
Those as giving as you.
Welcome back to Sightseal, Hunter. The Legion greets you.
Warm as dragon's breath. Fancy that. A source hunter barging in when the lady of the house is fully dressed. Who could have fathomed?
Spirits of shadow consume me! Has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
My, what a strong and handsome officer you are, kind Septimus. You must have fought many a battle, am I right? In fact,
Well...
Can you spare a coin?
You there? You look like an... What's the status,
Another
You
think that's day, funny, sir.
Private?
Sir,
You don't
no,
think it's
sir.
effective, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Naught but a trifle for us Legionnaires, what? We fought like lions. Well, look what the cat dragged in. Good to see you.
The face, Furious. She bit me in the face.
Look on the bright side. Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most
Really?
ferocious.
I could have sworn we were the ones who inspected the lighthouse.
Right you are. We did all the work while they cowered in the bushes.
What in the hells is the meaning of this, Legionnaires? You cowered from your duty, yet tried to claim the reward. Despicable! Unworthy of the Legion. Lieutenant, it's just... All the others had already... Hold your lying tongues. To the kitchens with the pair of you. You'll peel bloody potatoes till you die of monotony.
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Salutations, Source Hunter.
The face, Furious. She bit me in the face.
Look on the bright side. Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Ugly will be the least of it. The beast looks rabid.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
I wish for you to try it, screech woman. The beast speaks, so you've half a brain behind that feral maw, have you?
The cretin's question crossed her lips and ached an air of aptitude.
Hey, Tull, I think that was an insult.
Don't pay attention to the beast, Various. You'll only encourage it. You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Ah, come on with the dramatics.
So I did. The Pact of Vol. The chances of survival during these sorties are... I shall be very glad to share what information I can give you. By all means. I'll grant you that the 2 survivors of that expedition were a bit cowardly, but I can hardly blame them. My legionnaires. They all perished. How fate has treated them for 2 years, all news has been bad news. And clearly nothing. Still, I thank you for telling me, Source Hunter. Knowledge is better than uncertainty.
Don't pay attention to the beast, Various. You'll only encourage it. You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Ah, come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face, Various. She bit me in the face.
Look on the bright side. Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Ugly'll be the least of it. The beast looks rabid.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
I wish for you to try it, screech woman. The beast speaks, so you've had to behind the feral maw.
The cretin's question crossed her lips and ached an air of aptitude.
Hey, Tull, I think that was an insult.
Don't pay attention to the beast, Various. You'll only encourage it.
Divines doubly bless you, friend.
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Ah, come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
Face, Various. She bit me in the face.
On the bright side, everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Ugly'll be the least of it. The beast looks rabid.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
I wish for you to try it, screech woman. The beast speaks, so you've half a brain behind that feral maw, have you?
The cretin's question crossed her lips and ached an air of aptitude.
Hey, Tull, I think that was an insult.
Don't pay attention to the beast, Various. You'll only encourage it. You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Ah, come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face, Various. She bit me in the face.
Look on the bright side. Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Ugly'll be the least of it. The beast looks rabid.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
I wish for you to try it, screech woman. The beast speaks, so you've half a brain behind that feral maw, have you?
The cretin's question crossed her lips and ached an air of aptitude.
Hey, Tull, I think that was an insult.
Don't pay attention to the beast, Various. You'll only encourage it. You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Ah, come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face, Virius. She bit me in the face.
Look on the bright side. Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Ugly'll be the least of it. The beast looks rabid.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
I wish for you to try it, screech woman. The beast speaks, so you've half a brain behind that feral maul, have you?
The cretin's question crossed her lips, an ancient air of attitude.
You call to Ulgraf. He awaits your queries.
The beast Virius will only encourage it.
Greetings! These stores are for...
Fastened tighter than the treasury.
That blasted sauce hunter! We should be swigging rum aboard a ship headed for home.
Why don't you blame your own yellow belly? If we just done the damn job...
Bleeding sauce hunters! I thought you lot were supposed to act for the good of all. Does getting reamed by Selenia seem like my best...
Well, can't say I shouldn't have expected this, but really, you could have just as easily...
Damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Ah, come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face, Virius. She bit me in the face.
Look on the bright side. Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Ugly'll be the least of it. The beast looks rabid.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
I wish for you to try, screech woman.
Greetings! These stores are for our Legion troops. Riverland's finest work up mighty fine appetite.